There are bass pedals and there are guitar pedals. They are made for one specific instrument and it is not allowed to use it differently. Well, at least that's what I thought in the first years I was using effects with bass guitar. Now, after many years of playing bass and using effects very frequently in live situations or recording, I know this is nonsense. To keep things short and easy, there are circuits and even single components which have a more negative effect on our bass signal. Some are compressing our signal very much, or some cut the low end of. Some pedals react very sensitive on higher inputs, so we can use them with our active basses. So that can be a reason some pedals are more declared like guitar pedals. So that brings me to the main reason why I am shooting this video, because I got one of these pedals. This is the Notorious Rabbit, in this case the Mark I version from AMC, Analog Music Company from Ukraine. I got this pedal from AMC to do demo material for Instagram, but this does not have any influence on what I say or what I don't say. More, it inspired me to do this video. So after I was done with the demo work, I thought, what can I do more with this pedal? So I worked on 4 different possible ways how you can use a more special fuzz pedal like this with the bass guitar. My personal favorite is the last one, of course, but I would be interested in what you think about these, how you would work with a fuzz pedal like this and how you would put this into your setup. I'm very excited what you think, and now less talk, more play, enjoy the video. The first solution I will show you is the quickest and the easiest, I think, because it is just turning up the low frequencies on your amplifier. At first I will play a few notes with the EQ on flat, and then I will turn up the bass frequencies knob to the maximum and you can hear the difference. As I said before this clip, it is the quickest and easiest way to deal with the low frequency loss. But to be honest, I think it is only a solution when you don't have time or equipment to deal in another way, because it has a influence on the whole circuit. So when you are playing with other pedals in a signal chain, it will have an impact on their tone too, on your whole bass tone. So this can only be a emergency solution, or when you play only one pedal at all and you have it always on. And now let's get to solution number 2. For this I am using the Anti-Held made by Fieldfare Audio from Germany. It is a distortion pedal and I will use the Notorious Rabbit to boost this one. So I will play a few tones with the overdriven or distorted anti-held bass tone, and then I will bypass the Notorious Rabbit. And here comes the important part. The fuzz pedal, which is boosting the distortion pedal, always have to be in front of the main pedal. Then it sounds like this. So in my opinion, this is a very cool and easy way to use pedals like this. For example, for a second gain stage, you want to push a little more. That's why you saw I had the settings pretty low on this one, just to give it that extra bite, extra kick. And it does not require that much new equipment. You have to be aware of the signal chain thing, but it is not that complicated. And it brings you a lot of more character and bite and nastiness. especially in this combination. Solution number 3 includes this little box. It is the Hydra made by Pedal Tree. It is basically an effects loop pedal and the fuzz is on the loop. So you can use this giant knob to blend the original signal you send in with the distorted signal from whatever is on the effects loop. Of course, you can put more distortion or fuzz pedals on the loop. In this case, we just wanted to have a solution for this one pedal, and on the clip you will see the difference between turn the signal all to the fuzz and all to the bass. So maybe the middle is the thing, and when you want to have more of the fuzz, you can turn it more to the fuzz. I think this is a pretty cool solution. I used this pedal for a few of my fuzz pedals in the past. Of course, it gets more trickier when you put more than one pedals in this effects loop, because some of them have more low frequencies, some react differently, and you have to take your time to get the setting right. But in general, the effects loop pedals are a very cool solution, especially when you have drive, fuzz, distortion pedals, overdrive pedals, which don't have a clean blend. So this is solution number 4 and my personal favorite. This is the Lilith by Electric Roots, and it is a pedal with an internal effects loop. So it has the usual area where you can set all the things. It is a distortion pedal, and then you have this little knob and the inputs, and you can dial the volume of the overall pedal of the distortion side, and then you have this little knob and you can dial in the volume of the effects loop. Now, after you saw this, you might ask, what is the difference between this combination and the signal chain combination? Well, in this combination with the anti-held and the Notorious Rabbit, the whole distorted signal from the fuzz pedal goes into the anti-held and it affects everything. In this case, it goes into the signal chain at a very certain point and you can dial it in. It does not affect everything, the whole circuit. So it is more controllable and it sounds better in my personal opinion. So this is basically it. It is a bit a different video than the usual I do. I try to introduce you to this wonderful pedal, which is pretty nasty and a little bit challenging. Next to this, I introduced you to 4 solutions, what you can do with challenging pedals like this. And as always, I would love to hear your opinion about this pedal, about the 4 solutions I was giving you to deal with challenging pedals like this. Tell me all about it in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow if you aren't already following this channel. And if you like stuff like this or like this in general, I would invite you to switch over to Instagram and follow me there too. Sometimes I do funny stuff over there, sometimes silly stuff, but enough talking. Feierabend. Goodbye.